Hello guys and good evening. Welcome back to the Our Minds 2020 podcast with your host, me, Jemima. I'm so very sorry that this episode didn't go out last week, Monday. Basically, I had a bit of a problem. So where one of my wisdom teeth or tooth used to be, it's out now. The gum there had swollen and I hadn't eaten anything that had, aggravated the area or bit into anything. I didn't eat anything to basically make my gum swell up. But I woke up and my gum was just swollen and it was so painful. I couldn't close my mouth properly. I had like a little lump underneath my jaw. The right side of my throat, it was quite hard to swallow. Just basically the left side of my face, the right side of my face, it was just in so much pain. And to talk, okay, this is going to sound quite nasty. To talk, it was such a struggle to the point where if I was speaking for a long period of time, I would actually start to dribble. Oh my gosh, that's just nasty. But anyway, that's what happens. So I thought, you know what? I cannot be doing a podcast and talking for however long I'm going to be talking for, dribbling down my chin, my gums inflamed, my head hurts, my throat hurts, the whole side of my face hurts. So let me just press pause and just record this episode another time, and it's going to go out a week later. So that's the story, and here we are. So thank you for tuning in. Sorry again for taking that week off, medical reasons. But today's episode, I am going to be talking about my top 5 tips to improve your mental health. Well, just your overall general mental health. Now, before we get into it, there's a couple of things that I feel I need to say. Now, number 1, these are my own personal top 5 tips that have been helping me for a really long time now. Some of them you might be aware of, as in other people do them. I don't know, there might be 1 or 2 that are brand new to you. But I just thought, let me share what's been helping me so far. And you never know, it might actually help you too. Second thing is, I am not a licensed professional, okay? I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. I don't have a PhD in psychology and the human brain and what have you. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, I have suffered from depression. Sometimes I do get bouts of it now. I'm also quite an anxious person. So these are just tips that I have picked up from other people and things that I've discovered for myself which have helped me. So I don't want to sit here and say my top 5 and act like it's going to get rid of your problems and it's going to make you feel really, really, really good too. Because, there might be something I mentioned that doesn't really sit well with you. And that's completely normal. And the third thing, I briefly just touched on it. These are just tips. And in no way is anything that I'm going to say going to make your problems go away. I wish that it could, and I wish that, they would even make my problems go away. But unfortunately, that's not life. It's not realistic. It's just not going to make your problems go away. These are just 5 tips that help me with my mood, help me with my emotions, and therefore I put it under the umbrella of mental health. The fourth thing, oh God, I've got quite a few points here. Let me find what I found online. What the hell is that? Sorry, I'm just going through my phone and I've seen a random picture and I'm like, what is that? Okay, let's not go off topic. Okay, so I saw something on Instagram, I think about a week ago. I can't even remember what the name of the account was, but they made a very, very good point about what mental health is and what mental illness is, and that the two are, although similar, they are different. And I've said this before, when it comes to me explaining terms and explaining myself, I sometimes feel like I'm not that clear. So this account that I saw them talking about the difference between mental health and mental illness, I thought, you know what? He's right. This is actually correct what he's saying. So I went online, and what's the name of the website? The website is, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Magellan Health Insights. And they gave a description to what mental health is and what mental illness is. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because these top 5 tips, they're just a general overview for things to help you with your emotional well-being and also just your overall mental health. These 5 tips are not, I would say, like I said before, it's not designed to cure you of whatever mental illness that you may or may not have. Does that make sense? So it's just there to help you overall, generally, but not to cure you. Okay? I'm just quiet here because I'm hoping that made sense. But anyway, what this website said is this. What is the difference between mental health and mental illness? So they've said mental health refers to our emotional and psychological state, our social well-being, and how we feel about ourselves and interact with others. Mental health is not the same as mental illness, although poor mental health can lead to mental and physical illnesses. Yeah, so that's what they have said, and I thought that's, pretty clear. And then they go on to talk about what is mental illness, and they've said the following. Mental illness refers to a wide range of disorders that affect the mood, thinking, and behavior. Mental illness, now listen to this, guys. Mental illness can affect anyone regardless of age, gender, social standing, religion, race, or ethnicity. And then they've gone on to list some types of mental illnesses, and these include depression, anxiety, mood disorders including bipolar, personality disorders, schizophrenia, trauma disorders, eating disorders, and addictive behaviors. Okay, so I hope that's kind of clear with regards to mental illness and mental health. So with these top 5 tips, these are things just to help you overall with your emotional, your mental health, not specifically any mental illness that you may have. I hope that is clear. I hope that's clear. In my head, like I always say, it makes sense. So let's get into it. So my first tip is exercise. Guys, I cannot stress how important it is to move your body, get up and exercise. Now, I'm not going to lie, I haven't always exercised, and I got into exercising last year, January, before the whole pandemic and COVID just tried to come and mash up people's lives. I got into exercising last year, January. And before then, I would always hear people say things like, oh yeah, exercise, it improves your mood and it gives off endorphins and blah 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 blah. And to be honest, I just thought it was a whole heap of hippy dippy tripe. I just thought it was a bunch of crap that, I don't know, exercise gurus and fitness people were saying, until I experienced it myself. So I joined a gym back in December of 2019, and I started going, and I was like, this is good, this is nice, I've got a bit of a routine going. And I can't remember what happened or what triggered me, but I could feel myself falling into a depressive episode. And I still continued going to the gym, and despite doing what I was doing in my everyday life and trying to, keep my spirits up, this depressive episode was creeping up fast. So anyway, I remember I booked myself in for a legs, bums and tums class at my gym, and it's a very, very popular class. And I booked it a week in advance. Spaces fill up so quickly. So the fact that I was even able to get a slot, I was like, hallelujah. Anyway, as it was leading up to the day of the class, I could feel myself, like getting worse. Yeah, getting worse basically. And for some reason, I was really dreading that class. I've never done it before, never been, but I was dreading it. I was dreading it because I thought, I don't want to leave the house. That particular day that I had booked the class, it was my day off from work. And I thought, I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to interact. I don't want to get on the train to go to this class. I just don't want to do it. But at the same time, I couldn't cancel the class. I don't know why. Anyway, day of the class came and I purposely booked it in the morning because I like working out in the morning. So I booked it for 10 o'clock and I woke up and that was the first thing I thought of. I thought, fuck, I've got this dumb legs, bums and tums class. I don't want to go. I just feel really crap about myself. I had a quick shower and I started putting on my gym gear. And I thought, why am I putting on my gym gear for? I don't want to do this class. Anyway, I then said this to myself. I said, you know what? I am going to go to this class. And I bet you all the money in my account, I bet you that when I go to this class, when I finish, I'm still going to feel the same. I'm still going to feel low. I'm still going to feel shit. I'm still going to feel like I'm failing at life. I'm still going to feel totally bummed out. So, left the house, jumped on the train, got to the gym, first person there, and I thought, oh, great. Got to the actual workout room. I was the only woman there, and at that point, I just wanted to turn on my heel and walk out and say, F this, I just don't even want to be here. Anyway, just as I was walking out, that's when everybody started to come in the class, and I was like, oh, for goodness sake, I've got to stay now. Guys, from the second the instructor said go, and we started doing our workout, to when my sore ass backside was on the train on the way home, not at any point did I think about my problems. Did I feel low? Did I have any kind of low self-esteem? It was like somebody had sprinkled magic dust over my head, and suddenly mentally I felt a bit lighter. And it was only when I got home and I was like, oh, I'm really in pain here, that it dawned on me that, oh, do you know what? My attitude and my mood has actually changed. No, it hasn't gotten rid of my problems. No, I'm still feeling some type of way. But I cannot deny that how I was feeling this morning and even the subsequent days before going to this exercise class, I have improved. And it surprised me. I was really, really surprised, to the point where when I finished having my shower and everything like that, I was a bit more productive in my day. Usually when I have a day off, and if I am in a depressive episode, I'm in the bed all day. I'm doing nothing, like absolutely nothing. But that day, I remember I did my washing. I got back to a few emails. And also I felt the need to like eat something really, really healthy. I wanted to put like something good inside my body. So that's my little story of, exercise that particular day anyway. How exercising helped me with my mood. Now, like I said, it didn't take away my problem. I wasn't suddenly 100%. But from the morning when I was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I was about, say, a 3.5. After doing that exercise class, and that exercise class killed me. After doing that class, I would say I was a good 7. And anybody out there who has suffered from depression, or you are suffering from depression, if there's anything to make you feel good, or to make you feel a bit better, or just to take that edge off, that foggy, dark, suppressive, just that heaviness, if there's something out there to take that heaviness away from you, you're gonna grab at it at both hands. So even if I was feeling a 3.5, if there was something that I could do that could even get me to 4, oh my goodness, give it to me. I'm selling my soul. Okay, I'm not really selling my soul, but you know what I mean. You grab at it with both hands. So I encourage all of you guys out there to exercise. And don't think that, exercising is just about you have to go to the gym and you've got to lift weights and you've got to be there for a whole hour. No. If you want to do that, by all means do that. Exercise can be done anywhere. And one good thing about 2020 proves that. The fact that so many of us, if not all of us, were working out at home. You can jog on the spot. You can put on a YouTube video and do a 10-minute workout. You can dance. Dancing is a form of exercise. Going out for a walk. These are all forms of exercise. So, first tip, exercise, do it, and watch how it would change your mood, and it will release those endorphins, and it will actually make you feel better. Just try it. Now, my second point is kind of on par with exercising, is going out for a walk. Ooh, I love a walk. I love a good long walk. Again, guys, some of my best thinking, as in positive thinking, is done when I've gone for a walk. And I've loved walking even before I knew walking was a thing that was helping me with my mood, to be quite honest with you. I love it. I love it. Leaving your house, leaving the office, and walking outside in nature with the sun on your skin. You've got the fresh air, you're taking it all in, you're in the outside, it feels good, it refreshes you. And it doesn't matter if you don't live near a park, that's absolutely fine. I mean, if you do live near a park, oh my God, you're lucky. Take advantage of that and go for a walk. If you don't live near a park and, I don't know, go for a walk down your road and then back up again. If you don't have, because some people don't actually live on like a main road, they live like on a private road, walk around your estate, walk around 5 times and then change direction, walk around, the other way for another 5 times. Just get out of your house, get out of your house. It's not good to be stuck at home for, every day, all day. And I do understand that, I don't know about whoever is listening to this, wherever you are in the world. Here in the UK, we are still on a lockdown, but I'm so grateful that we can still go outside to exercise. We can go out for a walk. We can go to the shops, we can get out of the house, because going outside and just having that walk can change your mood. It can lift your spirits up. And it, like I said before, it really does refresh you. Also, back in, I think I've mentioned this on a previous podcast episode. I think I have. 2011 was just the worst time for me, because I had sunk to a state where I've never been that low before. I've never been that depressed before. And I'm not going to go into the details of it, because I'm pretty sure that I've spoken about it in a previous episode. But anyway, I didn't leave my house, and I didn't leave the house for about 2 weeks? Yeah, for about 2 weeks. And there was something in me that wanted to get out of the house, because here I was in my bedroom, day in, day out. I didn't even go to the living room, didn't really go to the kitchen. I just stayed in my bedroom. And my warped sense of thinking, I was saying to myself, I can't go outside, because if I go outside, people are going to be looking at me, and people are going to be thinking, oh, there goes that girl who's just wasted her life. Like, it don't make any sense the way that I was thinking. So what I would do is I would just sit by the window, and I would open the window to get a bit of fresh air, like just breathe a bit of fresh air. And I know that there's probably some people out there who are finding it difficult to leave the house, or they're scared to leave the house, or they too, like me, they've gotten to a point where they don't see the point of leaving their house. They're so depressed and they're so fed up with life that it's easier for them, and I say easier in inverted commas, it's easier for them to just stay at home. Go by a window, open the window, get a bit of fresh air in, breathe in that air, stay by the window for at least half an hour. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when I did that, even though I was, oh my God, I feel like even crying about it now because I was so fucking low. When I did that, again, it gave me that little bit of, oh, I feel a bit good, you know? And like I said before, if there is something that you could do to make you feel good, even if it's just 1%, you are going to grab at that. So if you, whoever is out there listening to me, if you are in that state of, I don't even want to leave my house, okay, you can't force anybody to really do something that they don't want to do. Sit by your window, open it a bit, and just get that fresh air in to at least, you know, to refresh your mind, to make you feel good. And it will make you feel good. It's not as good as actually leaving your house or leaving your room and going outside for a walk, but it does help. So that's my second point, going for a walk. My third point, or my third tip, not point, my third tip is eating healthily. Now, I am not a nutritionist, I am not a dietitian. Again, I don't have a PhD in eating food. I mean, I have a PhD in eating, I'll tell you that much. But when it comes to, what's that term, macrobiotics and all that jazz, I don't know. However, for me, eating healthy does include, if you want to have a fucking cheeseburger, can you please go and eat the cheeseburger? If you want a nice, juicy, crispy, fat ass portion of onion rings, guess what? Go and eat those onion rings. Have the packet of crisp, eat the damn chocolate bar. Just don't do it all the time. And it's not even a case of, oh, you're gonna put on weight. No. It's the fact that eating those type of foods, it's not healthy. We all know it's not healthy. Not only is it not healthy, it makes you feel very, very sluggish and not very productive. You know, it's not good for your body. It's okay to have it here and there, and you know, if you have a pizza today, don't have another pizza tomorrow because it's not really good for you. You know, all that processed fat, it's just not good for you. For me, healthy eating is about moderation. Put good stuff into your body. Your body is a temple. Look after it. Your body, you've been given a body to help you move around, to do things with, to, you know, help you live your life. So therefore, nurture your body in the same way that people take pride in their cars, people take pride in their homes. For the love of God, take pride in your body. Don't be vain about it, but you know, look after yourself. Eating healthily is looking after yourself, you know, but enjoy yourself in the process. Like I said, have that pizza if you want to have that pizza. When was it? What year are we in now? 2021, 2020, was it 2017? Was it 2017? I think it was 2017, I'm not too sure. I wasn't in a depressive episode, but I just got into a really stupid rut of just ordering takeaways, but ordering them quite a lot. So don't judge me. This is a place of no judgment, people. There was a week. No, it wasn't even a week. Sorry, I'm thinking and talking at the same time. There was a period of time whereby in the space of a week, I could order like 3 takeaways, sometimes even 4, don't judge me. And yeah, that's not good. That's not good. And the first thing I noticed was how sluggish and how fed up I felt within myself. And waking up in the morning, I'd wake up and I would have the mother of all headaches. It wasn't even a headache. It was like, the migraines. I mean, already I'm somebody who suffers from migraines. But when you have a migraine times 5, oh Lord, if I had a guillotine, if I had a machete, just take my head off. I would just take my head off because it was really, really painful. And I felt sluggish. My skin was looking grey. In case you didn't realize, I am a black woman. My skin was actually looking grey. I felt a hot mess and I was looking a hot mess. And I'm not necessarily talking about my figure, which obviously if I'm eating 4 takeaways out of the week, I was putting on weight. But it was more so about how I was feeling. So guys, eat healthily, put good nutritious stuff into your body. It's okay to treat yourself, but just in moderation, and also, they do say that your gut health is also linked to your mental health. And like I say, if you're not following me on Instagram, Our Minds 2020, go to my page and you will see I've put up a highlight of stomach issues that I was having. And I started taking this probiotic drink from a company called Biomel. They are absolutely fantastic. I don't know if they ship worldwide. So those of you in the States and Australia or wherever it is that you're hearing me from, I'm not sure if they ship, but do your research. I'll encourage everyone to take a probiotic drink to help you with your gut health, because they're fantastic. But like I said, the one that I use, or the one that I take, is Biomel, and I think they're absolutely fantastic. So yes, my third tip is eating healthy. Now for my fourth tip. As you guys know, I am somebody of faith, and for me, I cannot give tips on, how to boost your mood or make you feel good or whatever if I don't bring God into it. And prayer for me is very, very important. Now, there might be some Christians that are listening to me. Don't come for me, don't at me, don't try and shame me, don't try and embarrass me. Just keep quiet. Just don't talk. When I say prayer, I'm meaning talking to God on a level as if you're talking to one of your friends, but respectfully. You should be speaking to your friends respectfully, but I mean quiet time with God, in that you're not just getting on your hands and knees and you're putting your palms together and you're saying, "Our Father who art in heaven." I mean, by all means say that, but for me, what I do when I'm at a point where life is hard and I'm facing challenges from the left, right, up, down, diagonally, from the front, from the back, in all directions, and I haven't even gotten over the first problem before I'm being spiritually slapped with the second, third, fourth problem, and I'm like, whoa, this is a lot. I take it to God, and I have to have a conversation with Him, and I say to Him, "God, what's going on right now? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, you said, 'Come to me, all those who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest.' God, I don't feel no rest right now. I'm feeling pressure. This is a lot. Offload, talk. I've said this before in my episodes in the first season. Talk, get it off your chest. There are some people who they want to talk, they want to express themselves, and they can't do it. They don't have anyone there to talk to. And if there is somebody there that they can talk to, they don't talk to them out of fear and shame for what that other person is going to say to them. And that's sad, but I understand it. I completely get it, because I'm not going to lie. I am in that position. But for me, I don't have a therapist. I don't have a counselor, because I don't have the money for that. So I go to God. I take my problem to God. I take my frustration to God. I'm like, why are you allowing this to happen? What is going on? Can you please help me? Help me to understand the situation that I am in. If you've put me in this situation, I beg you, Lord, can you please help me to get me out of the situation? Because I'm finding it tough. I am finding it tough. Speak on a level as though God is in the room with you. He's right there, and He's your best friend from back in the day, and you are talking to Him like on a level. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say God parts the clouds and His arms comes down and He fixes up your problem, because it doesn't work like that. But through experience, guys, I can have my rant with God or whatever. And if it doesn't happen later on in the day or a few days later, somebody or something will happen basically, whereby that person, unbeknown to them, they're actually answering a question that I was like asking God. Now I know to some people they're going to be like, "Oh, Jemima, shut up, man." But it's true. It's absolutely true. And it's happened on more than one occasion. And another thing that I've noticed is when I actually speak truthfully and I'm like, God, this is what is going on with me, I do feel a sense of what's the word? I feel a bit lighter in myself. I feel like, oh, I've got it off my chest. Oh my God, I feel good, you know? Now, I understand that there are some people listening to me who are not, they're not people of faith. Completely understand that. And again, I've said this in a previous episode. Go and check it out. Can't remember what the episode was. No, I can't remember what the episode was. But wherever you are, go somewhere in private. Talk to the universe. Talk. Say what is on your chest. Just talk. If you don't have somebody there to talk to, just talk. Talk. You will be surprised. Sorry, I had a brain freeze just then. You would be surprised how much of a release you get from it, you know? And also, just going back on that prayer thing, please do not feel that prayer is only exclusive to when you go to bed at night. You can pray to God at any time during the day, on the bus, as you're walking to work, while you're waiting in Tesco to pay for your shopping, while you're going for your walk. You can have a quick talk with him at any point. So that's my fourth tip, prayer. Like I said, that's something that has helped me. And if you are not somebody of faith, that's totally fine. Go to a quiet place and just talk out aloud. Get whatever is inside you, just talk and get it out. And my fifth and final point, which has many, many different branches, but it goes under the umbrella of checking in with yourself. Checking in with yourself. Guys, this is something that I've only very recently, I would say recently as in the past year. Yeah, that's still kind of recent. This is something that I've recently started to do, checking in with yourself. And what I mean by that is you have to ask yourself questions, and you have to say to yourself, okay, how am I feeling right now? What is it I'm feeling anxious of, if you are feeling anxious? How can I approach this day? How did my day go, if you're talking to yourself at the end of the day? For me, do not be afraid of talking to yourself. People often say, oh yeah, it's the first sign of madness. Well, I'm crazy then, because I always talk to myself. I don't feel embarrassed. I don't feel guilty. I talk to myself, and so what? Checking in with yourself is so important. And you don't need to take yourself away from people and have a whole 15 minutes out of your day to sit with your thoughts. I mean, if you're able to do that, so be it. But the majority of us, we live busy lives. Some people have children, you're flying here, there and everywhere for work. But there is always a moment in your day, even if it's for 1 minute, to check in with yourself. Sorry to be vulgar, but think of it like this. When you're in the toilet, okay, you're in the cubicle or wherever, you're in the toilet by yourself. Nobody's in the toilet with you. Nobody should be in the toilet with you unless you're doing nastiness. But you're in the toilet. You can still have a quick 30 seconds where you're saying to yourself, okay, so Jemima, how's your day going so far? Are you okay? Are you feeling anxious about anything? Are you feeling apprehensive about anything? Check in with yourself. One thing that I have been doing very recently, this is very recently now, and I have to admit I am loving it, is journaling. When I started my Instagram account, there were a few accounts that I was following, and they were always going on about journaling and how it's helped them and blah, 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 blah. And there was this one lady who I follow. Oh, what is the name of her account? Oh, I can see her face, but I've forgotten the name of it. Oh, I've forgotten it. I sent her a DM and I said, you always talk about journaling. What do you do? How do you go about it? And she said, just get a notebook and just write down your thoughts and just write how you're feeling. So I tried it. It didn't work for me. I just had this notebook there and I was like, what the hell do I write? So I then went on to Amazon and typed in gratitude journal, and I bought myself this fabulous gratitude journal. It's so simple and easy and basic, and believe me, I love basic stuff. And it takes only 5 minutes. That's why it's called a 5-minute gratitude journal. And it asks you 2 questions, and you usually fill it out at the end of the day. What were you grateful for? What happened in your day? What could you have improved? And every day that you write in it, it will ask you a new question. And it even has a section for things that didn't go well in your day and how it made you feel. And when I tell you, I enjoy writing in that journal so much that before I go to bed, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to write my journal. Go away. And it really does help. And it might sound stupid, but when you check in with yourself, and especially when you're journaling and you make a note of the things that you are genuinely grateful for, you will see that you are so incredibly blessed. And I look at my life right now and I'm like, damn, I turned 37 last week. Thank you for your happy birthday wishes. I turned 37 last week, and where I am in my life right now, I never thought I would be here. But when I pause, I check in with myself and I start going down the list of things that I'm grateful for. You know what? I have to admit, I sit back and I'm like, damn, I'm actually kind of blessed up in here. And I have to be very, very, I'm grateful and I'm incredibly thankful. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to stay here. Obviously, I want to progress in certain areas of my life, but in my heart of my heart, to the core of my soul, I know that I'm not going to be in this position forever. And I'm still on my journey to get on the other side of whatever it is that I'm at right now. I hope that made sense. So I'm trying my best to enjoy this and to be grateful and to be thankful for everything that is happening along the way. And checking in with myself is really helping me. So guys, buy yourself a journal. Oh, by the way, this journal that I did get, it was only like £7 from Amazon. Actually, you know what? Let me find the title of it and then you guys can check it out for yourself. One sec. Okay. It's called, all right, it doesn't even have an author, Lord. So it's called Start with Gratitude, the 5-minute daily gratitude journal. And if I just, oh Lord, turn it over, Happy Books Hub. Oh God. Yeah, it doesn't really have an author or anything like that. Yeah, Happy Books Hub. I got it from Amazon. It was only about £5, £6. Jesus, £6, £5.99, £6. I don't know what that converts to in any other currency because I ain't a mathematician. Anyway, so that's what it is. Start with Gratitude, the 5-minute daily gratitude journal from Happy Books Hub. Go and check it out. That's what I've been using for like the past month and I absolutely love it. So guys, that is my time. So yeah, those are my top 5 tips to help you with your mood and your mental health in general. Number 1, exercise. Number 2, going for a walk. Number 3, eating healthily. Number 4, prayer. And number 5, checking in with yourself. So, as always, I really do hope that you took something away from this episode. And like I said before, those 5 tips that I have given, it's in no way to get rid of your problems, because unfortunately it won't get rid of your problems, but it's just to help you in your everyday life. Another thing that I want to add is, if you are somebody listening to me right now and you do all of those 5 points, or you at least do, 3 out of those 5, and you are finding that the things you are currently doing, they are not helping you, or they used to help you and it's not helping you anymore, that's absolutely fine. All that means is you need extra help. And what I mean by extra help is you now need to think about going to see a therapist or a counsellor, or going to rehab, or going to your doctor and see if they can refer you to somebody who specialises in, mental health, or whether you feel you're suffering from depression, or, whatever mental illness that you think that you might have. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. If you need further help because what you are currently doing isn't working for you, don't be ashamed by that. Don't feel embarrassed, and don't make anybody make you feel like, like you're weak, because you really are not weak. Think of it like this. When you're ill, let's say you've got a sore throat. God, I thought somebody was coming into the room. Jesus, my heart jumped. Woo! Okay. When you're ill, let's say you've got a sore throat, a bad sore throat. You go to the doctors, right? The doctor will prescribe you some medicine, some antibiotics, and he'll say, take it for a week. You're like, cool, thanks, doc. You take the medicine for a week, right? And you're like, you know what? It still feels a bit tender. It's not as bad, but it still feels a bit tender. You go back to your doctor and you say, yeah, it's all right, but the medicine didn't really help. The doctor will now do either one of two things. Either number one, he will prescribe you something a bit higher, so your doses will be a bit higher to, nip that sore throat in the bud. Or he will refer you to a specialist that can help you further. You see? So if you are doing things right now for your general mental health, or whatever mental illness it is that you have, and you are finding that it's not working anymore, or it just was never working, that's okay. It just means you need further help. And believe me, the amount of people that need further help in their lives, Lord. So that's what I will advise you, or encourage you to do. So guys, as always, please keep safe out there. I really hope that you took something away from this episode. I promise that I will be back right on schedule next week, God willing, that I don't get knocked down by a car. Let me not even put that in the air. I will be back next week, Monday at 6:00. If you want more content from me, you can follow me on my Instagram page, which is OurMinds2020. And in the meantime, please be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and go live your life. God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye.